What I find most fascinating about Point of Honor is, we're in this house that has, technically 204 years of history. Right now, we are sitting in the parlor, and this room, like all the other rooms in the house, looks like it did in 1815 when the house was completed and the first family lived. But what makes this space, unique to the early 1800s is this was exclusively used for entertaining guests. This was by no means where daily life took place for the Cabell family, where, some of the most elaborate woodwork is in this room as well.
I love when the school kids walk in this room and they go, and see the colors and learn about how different this parlor is from their living rooms today. So it's really neat.
The dining room is really similar to the parlor in that it is an exclusively public space, another stage. And so that was where, they would wine and dine their guests. That was in many ways the center stage of Southern hospitality because that's where all the food was consumed.
The kitchen is a place where a lot of people gather, and importantly, for the enslaved community, that would have been a gathering place for many of the enslaved, even if they were not working in the kitchen. It's a busy place, it's a hub.
A crucial part of life happened there. That's where all the food was made for the people in this house, not just for entertaining guests. That's where they got all their daily meals, the, not as elaborate meals that they would eat in the master bedroom.
So much of history is remembered, we remember the wealthy white men. We don't remember the stories of minorities or women. We don't really tell those stories very fully, so we're trying to improve that. We have a room upstairs that we're interpreting as a bedroom. It's connected to the best bedchamber and the children's room, and you can't access it from a public space or hallway. And we're interpreting it as an enslaved, maybe like a nanny or someone that was caring for the children of the house. It doesn't have a full fireplace in it. It's much smaller than any room you would expect family members to be staying in. So we're interpreting it as an enslaved person's room, but we don't know the purpose of it. There were enslaved people here for sure, and they definitely would have been caring for the children at the time.
The bedchamber would be a very intimate space for the family. It wouldn't have been just to go to bed there. You'd be reading there, you'd be writing there, you'd be playing games there.
The best bedchamber is also where the family comes together, and that's mainly today in kitchens.
The gardens, we have an orchard. We call it an orchard in the backyard. It's really just apple trees. During the time that the Cabells and the Daniels and the other prominent families would have been here, would have a lot of it would have been fields. We have a beautiful view of Lynchburg from downtown Lynchburg and the original, first few acres of land of Lynchburg from the very front yard of Point of Honor. So it's almost like she's the maiden just sort of standing guard over Lynchburg.